Tonight, the U.S. Customs and Border Protection releasing a new number, saying they stopped more than 250,000 migrants last month. This is the highest number ever recorded in a given month for the Biden administration. Now, the nation's daily influx of asylum seekers is a stark contrast from what we saw before the pandemic, with an average of 1,000 encounters. That number has soared to more than 7,500 migrant encounters at the border under the Biden administration. Now, for more on this crisis, we do want to bring in Sheriff Mark Dannels. He's the chair of NSA Border Security. We appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for your time.
Good evening, Alexis. Good to see you again.
What will these new numbers say about President Biden's legacy regarding the migrant crisis?
Well, it's failed. I hate to be so direct on that, but it truly has failed. If you look at any of the non-political stats, you look at the photos that media is putting out on what's going on our southwest border, and you compare that to the narrative out of Washington, D.C., and members of Congress saying that the border is effectively secured. That's a fractured narrative. That's the first thing. I continue to say that we need engagement. We need honesty coming from Washington, D.C. If you truly want to fix the border, we got to work together on that. And let's be real to each other and true to our American people that we all serve.
Do you think President Biden and New York City Mayor Eric Adams, their trip to Texas, did it help or did it hurt the border crisis or make any impact at all?
Well, it didn't hurt having a mayor on New York that's in the front line of this. He has now become a border community like we are. We've been talking about this for 2 years, Alexis, about this border's in dire needs, in a crisis mode. People challenged us back then 2 years ago. Dare we say the word crisis on the border? But he has recognized that because now it's impacted New York, it's impacted Denver, and many places around the United States. We're all looking the same direction. We're all facing the same way right now, and I commend Mayor Adams for that and others that have joined forces. This ain't a political issue. This is a crisis issue for America. So the president and Secretary Mayorkas, who continues to say that it's working, this administration, it's working. What's working? Every month it gets worse. We see tragedy down here. It's cruel and it's dangerous what's going on our southwest border. And you look at the objectives, public safety, national security, and humanitarian, not one category has been successful in the last 2 years.
How has your county been handling this influx since Title 42 expanded?
Well, it's been a huge challenge for my county when it comes to state crimes that we see in thousands of arrests here in our county. We're seeing pursuits. This morning I was heading up to a community, pursuits at 100 miles an hour. I went to go home last night, pursuits at 100 miles an hour. Those are dangerous, dangerous acts of smugglers that's occurring in my county every day that we're seeing it. We've had death in my county. We have trespass. My citizens have become so vigilant when it comes to what's going on this border, but enough is enough. No more excuses. Let's accept responsibility. Let's this administration say, sheriffs around the country at national levels, let's work together. Because I didn't even hit on the drugs that are coming into communities throughout the United States that are killing Americans. Alexis, we got to work together. That's the key to this.
Sheriff Mark Dannels, really appreciate your time tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alexis. Have a good night.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.